Greg Levicoff.
Out of instinct, out of habit, perfect ornament for your theory. For your garden, we will dress up, indicative for the world to change.
Orion Records started about, I'd say about 4, almost 5 years ago. We started out just as a recording facility in my basement in Northeast Philadelphia. Went from recording basic tracks on a 4-track cassette tape player, very basic. Moved up to some compact flash recording, and started going from 4 to 8, 16, and so on, up to more multi-tracks. And then started mixing, involving the computer, and we started taking it from there. We had a band. Me and my brother and a couple friends got together and started jamming, and we always were interested in recording our footage to see how we could better ourselves, and recording that just turned into, let's actually get involved in more production music instead of just jamming, and turned into a studio. My main influences would be Eddie Kramer and Chris Lord-Alge, to name a couple of them. My favorite artist of all time is Jimi Hendrix, and Eddie Kramer did pretty much every one of his albums, produced and engineered. He did things with technology at the time that was not done before by anyone. He took mono tracks, and then when they moved to stereo, went from tape flanging to delays and multi-track, and made him sound huge. And it was never, it was 1967, 68, and it was never done before. So he took technology and used everything that he has available to him. Chris Lord-Alge has a sound of his own. I mean, I'm primarily into hard rock, metal. I do a lot of hip hop, and I try to be as diverse as possible. And Chris Lord-Alge gave me things to listen to that I try to emulate in my records, the way I mix, and the way I take and look at each project as its own, and try to gain a sound that just sounds real. When you go into a session, you're listening to the band, you want to take in as much as reality as you can, sit in there, listen to them, and then when you go into the booth and you go into the studio area, you want to try to recreate and capture what you heard in the studio as they're performing. This way you're capturing the band as naturally as possible. And that's what I find to be a challenge. You can always make things sound bigger and large, but trying to make it sound natural is the challenge, and that's what I look forward to when I'm making my records. Yeah, some of the artists I've been working with over the last few years, notably a band called The Kurds, his older classic rock band, all old school. They came in, did about 4 tracks for a demo. 6 feet to my left, we recorded the drums in the same room, and that was a challenge to say the least. But we got it done. It sounded great. We basically punched it into the board, played it back through my multi-track, mixed it a little bit, compression, did what I had to do to it, and then retracked it. So as if I was created in the booth, but we did it in the same room. And the ambience, the sound was loud, and it was great. Everything was crystal clear. We've done a lot of hip-hop tracks lately. There's a gentleman called Haz, again from Northeast Philadelphia, where I used to work with him through Best Buy when I was working. He's a very, very talented hip-hop artist. We're doing a music video for him, and we have his album in the works. And I'm hoping that we can get it done by the end of the year, if not, maybe early spring. And it's a project that we've been looking forward to. Yeah, it's something different. And different is always good. Yeah, I recently started working at George's Music as a salesman, and that opened me up to meet Mitchell Truman, who is owner and operator of M4 Studios out in Warminster, Pennsylvania. And we started working together, clicked right just like that, like we're right on the same page with each other. And I engineer for him, and we do projects back and forth. We have a Karen Sutman record coming out. We have his instrumental record that's going to be out probably in about a year or so. And it's just been a really good gel. We work very well together. I was in the midst of going from Orion Records to now Orion Productions as being a free-floating engineer. I do a lot of live sound, anything dealing with recording, mixing, mastering, producing. Pretty much I can get it done for you. I have a history and a long tenure of photography and videography, and I have a good team put together. and everything's, you know, so far has been working out for us. We've done a lot of press kits for a lot of different people, going from a lot of different genres of music. We're trying to touch everyone and see how far we can get with it. Orion Records and Orion Productions now has come a long way in the last 4 or 5 years business-wise, and about 8, 9 years as complete years go, going from a project studio into a nice recording facility, and probably within the next maybe 5, 6 years, I actually do see ourselves, myself and M4, moving into a building and working 24/7 around the clock. I'd love to be a full-blown recording facility, having a video area and, you know, photo shoots and such going on. And we want to be an operable facility to counter everything music-wise, photo and video-wise.
How long can we stand alone? Full
You can contact me at 215-932-9821 or at taker6996@hotmail.com to get in touch with me for any recording, photo, video needs that you may have.